Here we go. Welcome to today's masterclass. I have named it 4 Steps to a Fully Booked Calendar in 2025. So I want to know, do you want to be fully booked out this year? Drop me a yes in the chat if you're like, yes, please. I need 2025 to be better than 2024 was. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Everyone. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. Okay. Me too. I'm always trying to outdo what I did the year before. So you're likely here for this masterclass or watching the replay because some of these things are going to resonate with you. Maybe you struggle with marketing. It just goes over your head. You're just like, yeah, no, not for me. Maybe you want to increase your leads and your bookings. You're ready for massive growth in your photography business. I already know this is you because you already told me in the chat just now. And you are an action taker and ready to implement strategy. Now, this one's really, really important. Okay. Where are my action takers? I need to know that you're coming to this masterclass. You're going to take your notes, but you're going to take at least one thing that I tell you today, and you're actually going to take action on it in your business. Okay, thank you. Okay, because I'm just gonna be really upfront with you. My master classes are not full of a bunch of BS. They are actually full of real, tangible things that you need to hear in your business. Yeah, there's some mindset in here as well, but it's true actionable strategy. And if you listen to my podcast, do I have any podcast listeners here? Does anybody listen to my podcast? If you love the podcast, these master classes are like the podcast on steroids. And I'm assuming that you believe me because you showed up here. So here's the deal. Please don't just listen. Please take action after this class. Okay. We're all good. You promised me we're going to do it. Amazing. All right. And I love so many podcast listeners. That's awesome. So here's our agenda for the next 45, 55 minutes. Okay. I'm going to teach you how to eliminate the booking bottleneck and what the heck that means. I am going to teach you how to build a brand that actually attracts clients and not the nightmare kind, the kind that you want. I'm also going to teach you how to increase your leads and convert more clients. And then I'm going to wrap it all up with teaching you systems to help you buy back your time. Does anybody feel strapped for time? How many mamas in the house do I have? How many full timers in the house do I have? We're doing a lot. We're doing a lot of things. So I know we're all strapped for time and we want to figure that out. So tell me if this is your dream. Does success look like any of these things for you? And you can specify all of them or just one. You want a fully booked calendar with 6 to 8 sessions a month. You want clients who actually value you and your expertise and happily pay your rates. They're not, oh, why do you charge an arm and a leg? Oh, we should take shots for every time we see that on the internet. I'm kidding. Don't do that. We won't be able to drive. More time to focus on your craft and less stress about bookings, and a recognized and polished brand that results in referrals and raving reviews. Yeah, I bet I can get a lot of big yeses. I'm sure that this is your dream. And I'm telling you right now, this is possible for you. Not only have I done this for myself, but I've empowered so many other photographers to make this happen. And this is their reality. So I want you to just stay fully invested if this is your dream. If your dream looks nothing like this, might not be the masterclass for you. So, okay, here we go. We're diving in. We don't have time to do anything else except get to the goods. So here we go. We're going to talk about eliminating the booking bottleneck. Basically, what I'm saying here is what is stopping people from actually booking you? If you are wanting more bookings, or maybe you get leads, and maybe leads is your problem, and we're going to talk about that too. But if you are someone that you have a really hard time getting people to cross over that finish line and actually book with you, there's a reason why. And there's a lot of reasons why this might be. But we're going to dive in, and hopefully you're going to be able to say, okay, I kind of see, I can shine the light on where I really need to focus and where I need to work. So a booking bottleneck is a point in your booking process where progress slows down or halts completely, causing potential clients to drop off instead of completing their booking. It's typically caused by issues like confusing workflows, a lack of clarity about services, delayed responses, or technical difficulties in the booking system. Okay, so that's just a big loaded way of explaining what I mean when I'm talking about the booking bottleneck. So here are some of the mistakes that you might be making. I'm just going to list these off because every slide after, we're going to talk about each one of these. So these are the most popular things that I see when I am coaching photographers and auditing their stuff, okay? They either have unclear or complicated pricing and packages. They are not very good with their leads process. They have slower response times, overcomplicated booking process. This is the number one thing that I see. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what it is. Desperation and unprofessionalism. And I know some of you are like, that's not me. And you know what? It actually might be. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. And then lack of visibility. This one's a huge one. And everybody's probably going to be like, I feel like I, in some way, could do better with this. So let's dive into each one. Okay, unclear or complicated pricing and packages, easiest thing to fix. It's the easiest thing to fix. You just have to be willing to change things. So potential clients, they don't understand what they're getting, or they might feel overwhelmed by the options that you've sent them, which then they're going, okay, I'm not able to make a decision. And so I think I'm just going to go with somebody else, or I'll just circle back in 6 months when I think about booking a session again. Okay. So having pricing that doesn't make sense will lose your clients every time. So keep this in the back of your mind. If you're like, okay, yeah, I mean, I definitely would love another pair of eyes on my pricing or on my packages just to see if that's me. This is the easiest thing to fix. And so I just want you to write that down if you feel like maybe this is one of those things that's keeping people from booking me. The second thing is slow response times. Okay, as a photographer that gets quite a few inquiries, and I'm not saying, "Ooh, look at me, I'm awesome." That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying because I get so many different inquiries throughout the year for different reasons. One of the reasons that I have noticed, and it just makes me so sad, is that people will say, "You were the only photographer that got back to me." Or you're the only photographer that replied the same day. And I'm like, what? Right? Like the people are they're judging you. They're judging you whether you want them to or not. And so, and I'm gonna tell you, I bet a lot of you, this probably is not your booking bottleneck, but it might be. And I just wanted to show you that, we talk about the market being saturated a lot, right? How many of us have said that at least one time? Yeah, right? We're in a saturated market. But here's the thing. Yes, we are, but that's a good thing because I'm telling you, the majority of those photographers out there are not running their business like a business. They're a hobbyist. They're doing it just for the money and they have 5 other things going on, right? And that's okay. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But I'm telling you, if you'll stay in the game, you will eventually get people who will book you because you're the only one showing professionalism. Okay. So in today's fast-paced world, people, they expect you to reply instantly. I'm not going to coach you to do that. That's absolutely no. We need to have boundaries. Okay. That's unrealistic. I don't even do that. But if you take too long to respond to somebody, they will move on. Now, that's not oh my gosh, if you don't respond within an hour, then you're a horrible photographer and you're never going to book. Nope, did not say that. Okay. I don't want you to be readily available 24/7. And I dang sure those of you hear me. When you get inquiries at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. at night, do not answer them during the nighttime hours. Can you promise me that? Just save it. Here's the trick. I wasn't even planning on talking about this, but I'm just going to tell you anyway. Every single email that you guys have, like an email platform, I use Gmail. Every single one has a schedule send. So go ahead, craft up your email and schedule to send at 8 a.m. the next day. Done and done. You don't have to remember it. You don't have to stress about it. You can go get a good night's sleep, but you're not going to actually send it in real time. Okay. Now, what I recommend you do is I want you to respond within about 12 hours, right? Can you respond the same day? If everybody can just promise me, drop me a yes. Is that reasonable? You're going to respond to somebody the same day, unless it's the weekend. Unless it's the weekend. I know y'all are about to say that too. Okay, so just make sure in our fast-paced world that you are at least giving them something to go off of within 8 to 12 hours. Okay. All right. Overcomplicated booking process. So let's lean in a little bit here because this affects most people. If it's too hard to book with you, or there's too many steps, or there's unclear next actions, or there's a lot of back and forth conversation, you're going to lose the lead. You're going to lose them. You have to have a simple booking process. And I'm showing you the mistakes. I'm going to circle back. I'm going to show you the solutions. Okay. So if this is you, or you don't have a very streamlined booking process, go ahead and mark this on your paper because we're going to talk about the solutions for this in a couple of slides. Okay, here we go. Here's a mindset piece. Okay. Here's the mindset piece. So bear with me. Booking from desperation. This one is harsh, but this is happening more and more in our industry. I see it every single time I log into Facebook. Those little Facebook groups that we're all a part of, Facebook wants to show me when I'm scrolling, hey, look at this post, right? And it's always just people complaining or people bashing their clients or whatever. That's a whole nother subject. But anyway, I see it, and this is happening a lot. When you are approaching your business from a place of fear or from a place of burnout, your leads and clients can smell that from a mile away, and it is costing you bookings. So here's what I'm saying. It's January, right? I encourage you all to set goals for yourself, make a plan for 2025. I hope you at least came up with one goal for your photography business. This was several weeks back. And if you didn't, then that's okay. Today's day one for you. Okay. So do it after this masterclass. But here's the deal. It's very important that those of you that are already feeling disappointed with your business, discouraged because you're not seeing any bookings, it might be like a really slow, dry time for you in your business. You cannot operate from a place like that. Okay. This is why I had one of the worst 2024 online education businesses that I've ever had. And I'm being for real. I'm pulling back the curtain. Okay. I love teaching photographers. I do. But I let so many negative Nancy's and my fear and my anxiety get to me that I literally just shut down from the month of May, until October. And I was so frozen. I didn't do anything. I didn't show up. I just didn't. I just put a pause on everything except for the clients that I already had, working with me. But other than that, I got into this negative mindset that it was never going to get better. I'm not called for this business. This is God's way of telling me to get out. And listen, that negativity is loud. Has anybody experienced what I'm talking about? Anybody? Drop it in the chat. I can't see your faces. I wish I could. I can't see your faces right now, but does anybody know what I'm talking about? And so if you're in that place, it's so important for you just to snap yourself out of it. Okay. I know it's hard. I know. Feel your feelings. And then I want you to shove it away. And I want you to always have a positive voice in your life. This could be a friend, this could be your spouse, this could be a photography business coach, whatever. Okay. You have got to work on your mindset every single day. You've got to feed this with truth and not feelings. One of my favorite sayings about business is looking at the data, which means looking at the reality, what's actually happening in your business, and letting that drive you rather than letting your drama, your feelings, your emotions drive your business. So what I'm saying is don't go do crazy things to get bookings. Don't go pay what you can just because I'm desperate and I really need a booking. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? I want you to just stay the course. Stay the course even when it's hard. You might have a month or two, especially if you have never gotten any strategy, like business strategy guidance, anything like that ever before. You probably feel a little more lost than most people. Business is a process and it is not for the weak. And so I just don't want you, all of this to say, because gosh, we could talk about this for an hour and I don't want to keep y'all here. Let's talk about the good stuff, right? I don't want to keep you here, but I want you to know that if you are feeling that pressure, that anxiety, the disappointment, the discouragement, I need you well, we're about to talk about what to do, but I want you to lean in and don't log off this masterclass because I'm going to give you tools that are going to help you combat some of those things. Okay. Are we good? I'm going to check the chat really quick before we go on. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. Last one, last mistake, lack of visibility. You might just not have enough eyeballs on your business. And so you're hearing more crickets. You're not seeing the leads come in. You're not meeting your booking goals. And you're also not consistently marketing on different platforms. Okay. Or you're just not showing up just because you're, again, maybe with visibility and with the discouragement piece, the desperation piece, right? Those can tie in together. So we've talked about the mistakes. Now let's talk about how to fix them. So we are going to talk about simplifying your packages and your pricing, simplifying your inquiry response process, how to create an easy booking process that leads to clients saying, send me the link, I'll book now. I experience this every day. I booked 3 sessions on Monday in one day. Insane, right? And then you need to get your mindset right, take a break if you need it, and then show up to increase your leads. So let's get into it. I just realized that we're just in step 1, you guys. We have 4 steps. Step 1 could have been the whole masterclass. That's me. I always overdo it. It's fine. Okay. Simplify your packages and pricing. How can we fix this? How can we make this a reality? I want you to make it super clear and easy for potential clients to get the information that they need. I recommend offering 1 to 3 packages for clients to choose from, and that's it. Okay. We don't need to have a whole menu going on. We don't need to have 3 packages for maternity, 3 packages for family, 3 packages for senior. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need all that. We don't need all that. When it comes to pricing, I see some wild numbers out there, you guys, right? Like, it's weird. Just do whole numbers. You don't need to have a $2.99 package. You're not a dollar store. You're not Walmart. You know what I mean? You are a business owner. Get the dollar, get the extra dollar. It just blows my mind, some of the funny stuff that we see. So either have your packages end in like 100, right? 00, or 50, 350, 550, 750, whatever. So I'm just giving you an example. And then don't forget to calculate your cost of doing business. By now, I hope everyone's teaching cost of doing business and you know what I'm talking about. I have a very specific way that I teach this, and I've refined it over the years, and I've got it tailored exactly where I want it because it's easier to teach it now. But it's my pricing for profit formula that I go through. And that's probably the best way. It doesn't matter what your niche is or what your business model is. You can use that and it will really make more sense for you. So we can talk about that later, but these are a couple of ways that you can simplify those packages and pricing. Okay. All right. Next, simplify your inquiry response process. So again, speed is key here. How can we get them an answer as soon as a lead fills out our contact form? How can we get them something within their first hour of submitting that? And what I suggest you do is you have that automated pre-written email template ready to go. So you can either automate this and put this in your workflow. So you literally tell it, when someone fills out my contact form, I want this email to automatically go out 1 hour later or immediately or whatever. The other option, if the automation is not an option for you right now, and you're still doing everything, pretty much manually without any programs, then you're going to have a email template, whether that's in your notes app and you copy paste it, you put it into your little Gmail app or whatever mail service you use, and then you just customize it. This is how you're going to be able to copy paste, make things faster. So have that pre-written email template ready to go. You want this to be warm, welcoming, and informative. Okay. So personally respond to all of your inquiries, like I said, within 12 hours for the best chance of gaining their booking. And I'm going to give you one more tip that I did not put in here, but I just really feel like someone needs to be reminded of how simple this can be. Follow up with your leads. Okay. Don't just because people ghost you, it doesn't always mean they're not interested. I've had to follow up with one of my clients this month 4 times before she finally booked. Okay. 4 times. And I thought, oh man. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, wow, she's really busy. Right. So I went logical. And then the third time, I'm like, wow, maybe she's not going to book me at all. And maybe she did find somebody else. That kind of sucks, but oh well. You know what I mean? And then she ended up booking me on that fourth handout. And she said, I am so sorry. I am so busy that I can't even like, you would think that responding to your text would be the easiest thing for me. And she said I couldn't even do it. So lots of grace for people, okay? Follow up. If you've had a inquiry, even since like the end of November 2024, I want you to go follow up with them today. That could be one of your action steps. Okay, is everybody still here? Drop me a here if you're still here and you're still tracking. It's very quiet because when I teach, I can't hear you. Perfect. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. All right, let's keep going. Okay, create an easy booking process. So this should be, I want your booking process to be so simple with the smallest amount of steps. Now, there are some crucial pieces that you need. So I'm just going to tell you what my booking process is, and then you can tweak it for whatever you want. All right. When leads reach out to me after they've seen my investment guide and they're good on the package that they want, I literally send them my booking calendar from IrisWorks, and I have it to where when they click on it, they see the calendar, they choose their date and time. That's step one. Step two, they have to put in their information. It's just like a couple of things that are easy to type in, and I bet our phones pretty much do it for us now. Step three, they sign my contract, which is literally like a squiggly and a press, one button. And then the last step to make it secure, they pay that retainer and we're done. I don't have to chase people to sign anything. I don't have to chase people to pay anything. There you go. I'm hands off for all the important stuff that I don't want to have to chase people for. If it can be that simple, you will increase your bookings automatically. Okay. All right. So back to the desperation or the discouragement piece, whatever. If you're on the brink of giving up, questioning if this is for you, it is really important for you to take a step back. I'm talking like if you are, man, you're just ready to throw in the towel, go get another job, whatever it is, and you're like, I really am done. Like I'm hanging on by a thread. I want you to take one weekend or one entire week off. Do nothing. I don't want you to think about your business. I don't want you to pick up your camera. Nothing. Okay. I want you to go take a step back. If you have a gallery, like, you know what I'm saying? If you have galleries right now, it's probably the best time to take a step back because for most of us, it's pretty manageable. It's like slower, you know what I mean? Um, get those galleries wrapped up and go take your break. Take your break because here's the deal. You can't heal yourself and you can't find your creativity again or any positivity if you stay in the stuck. You have to absolutely check out. You have to. Even if you can give me 2 days, total checkout, you're not looking on Instagram, you're not being reminded on Facebook or wherever it is that you go for social media of everybody else that's having success and you're not. We're not logging into socials. We are not listening to podcasts. We are not doing anything. We are completely forgetting about the photography industry for 2 whole days. That's the minimum. If you can do a week, you will come back brand new, ready to go, fired up. Try it, I promise. Other things that I like to do if taking a break for some reason, if that's not for you, I really think everybody can give me 2 days. But then I also pray, and I pray hard. I journal. I used to be a creative, like writing kid when I was younger, and then not so much as I got older. And this year I started journaling again. Mind blown. Mind blown. And when I say journaling, I'm talking about like like a little bitty paragraph or just like little bullet points of stuff I just want to put on the paper to remember or get out of my brain. Or whatever else you need to do. Blast the music, go on a drive, go on a run. There's so many things, and you know yourself best. But yeah, so that's the biggest thing that I wanted to say is you have to unplug. If you are literally at that desperation point, then take a break. If you're just discouraged and you're like, fire me up, Brooke, like I'm ready, give me a strategy, help me, coach me, whatever, then you're good. Let's do this. Then you don't need to take a break, right? You just need to stop. You need to go mute the people that make you feel insecure. You need to probably stop listening to other educators for a little bit. Pick one. I don't, even if it's me, even if you need to mute me and go find somebody else, whatever you need to do, go all in. Go all in with one person. Let them fire you up. Let them teach you. Let them encourage you, etc. Yeah. Okay. Drop me a fun emoji in the chat if that resonated with any of you, right? Or I'm going to pocket that for the next time I go into that stage. Okay. Lack of visibility. First and foremost, you have to show up. You've got to show up. What I mean by this is you got to show up on the marketing. You've got to show up on these platforms that you're trying to market your business with. You need fresh new people in your world every single week to continue to have fresh leads, which will result in more bookings. If you're not growing your audience, and I think we're going to talk about this, I know I put a slide in here with a question here in a little bit, but if you're not growing your leads every week, then I'm not surprised you don't have bookings. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep talking to the same people over and over and over again, the same audience, and expect something different to happen. Does that make sense? So we've got to learn strategies that are going to help you get in front of people every single week. So couple things you can do. Pick one social media platform that you can go all in on and only focus on that one. Do what you can. 2, send one monthly email to your list. This is your leads and your clients. And 3, participate in one local collaboration per quarter. Find another business, find some type of local community marketing that you can do and be a part of once a quarter. Okay, so that's 4 times a year. And I promise you will continue seeing leads come in. Oh my gosh. Okay, draw me a 1 if you found value in step 1. I promise that was the longest segment. I promise you the rest of these are not. They're not. But I am curious. Was that helpful? Yes? Oh, okay, good, good, good. Oh, I just drew on the screen. I'm not really sure how I did that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I love it. All right. I don't know how I drew that, but I'm not going to undraw it, so it's fine. So step 2 is to create a magnetic brand. First of all, I really hate that saying, but I know you've heard this saying at least one time on the internet, so you know what I'm talking about. It is a brand where you are automatically attracting people to you. So creating a magnetic brand as a photographer means building a presence that naturally attracts your ideal clients and sets you apart in a competitive market. A magnetic brand captures the essence of who you are, the experience you offer, and the value you bring to your clients. So that's just kind of like if you were going to go look up Brooke's definition of a brand, here it is. Okay. Oh, it went away. Isn't that interesting? All right. All right. So one of those ways, first step is to become known for something. Here's the fun part. I've been teaching niche and specialties and like becoming an expert in one thing. I've been teaching this since 2019, right? Since my podcast. And for years, I would hear other educators say, you don't need to do that. You don't have to niche down. You don't have to specialize. And then all of a sudden, at the tail end of 2024, I started listening to some of the marketing predictions, and everybody called 2025 the year of the niche. So who really has known this secret for years and years and years? I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. I was like, yeah, I know. I've been teaching that forever. And this is the number one thing that you want to resist to. I know you want to resist this, but don't resist me on this teaching, okay? You've got to become known for something. I don't want you to be, and this is the first name that popped into my head. So if your name really is this name, I'm not talking about you, but I don't want you to be Samantha that does everything. Like, I want to think, oh, Samantha, oh my gosh, she's an incredible newborn photographer. So the next time we have a baby, we're booking her. Do you see the difference? So the era of the niche is never going away. And you can mark my words, I will bet money on it. And you can come back 20 years from now and be like, wow, you're right. This is like a timeless marketing strategy. Yes, it is. So specialists, they're always going to win. If you have a specific problem or a specific desire, something that you want, you will search out a specific solution. And so I just came up with some fun examples. You could pick any travel agent that you want to, right? Or if you're going to Disney World, you probably want somebody that specializes in Disney World. You can go to your primary care doctor, but if you're like me and this time last year found a lump in your armpit, she's not going to help me. She's not even going to know, right? She's going to say, oh, it could be one of 12 things. She's going to send me to a specialist, right? And that's who I went to. I went to a specialist that sees this all the time. The primary care doctor scared me because she said in most cases this is most likely cancer, and when I went to the specialist, he said, actually, 90% of the time, it's not cancer. And what you have and what we found out, it's a non-cancerous tumor. I probably do need to have it removed, but because it does, like it grows with my hormones, it's very weird. But anyway, he's like, no, that's actually really common between the ages of 30 and 50. And unfortunately, you get to fall into that category. I'm like, yay, yay me. So I say all of this to give you like a real world example. I wanted the specialist. I didn't want to go to the primary care doctor. And then a general surgeon versus the brain surgeon, that one's been used a million times, right? Like if you have something wrong or, you're having seizures or something, you want to go see the neurosurgeon, not just anybody, right? Okay. So I hope that makes sense. I want you to become known for something, okay? And it can also be an editing style. So I do teach niche, a little bit different. Now, it's not just that it has to be one type of photography, but you have to have a specialty to stand out. Okay, next. Then the other part of branding is your messaging. This is what you're saying. This is the copy. This is your voice. This is all of those things, okay? So the message of a company is one of the most important aspects of marketing. Without the right message to connect customers to your brand, product, or company, you risk missing the chance of connecting to a lifelong customer. And I'm crediting Storm Cloud Marketing because I loved their definition of messaging. And so I was like, yeah, we're putting this in here. So messaging on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not confident at all, 5 being, man, I could be a pro copywriter. Where do you fall when it comes to messaging and copywriting and content creation? Love to see a 3. 3 is good. Okay, ones. Yep. I would probably say I'd probably put a 3 for me as well. Well, I don't know. Probably maybe 3.5. 3.5 because I just feel like there's always room to improve. You know what I mean? But I would love to see what a copywriter would rate me. Okay. And then creating cohesiveness. So cohesiveness is one of my favorite words because what I mean by this is that all of your visuals, they're cohesive, right? They all go together. So this is your editing style, your website, your portfolio, your social media content. This should make people look at you, your website, any of these things that I just mentioned. People should be able to look at one of those things and they should be able to say, that is definitely Nicole's work. Or that is definitely Brooke. I know Brooke took that picture. I can tell by the editing style, or I can tell by, wow, this really stands out to me, right? You want people to be able to do that. If your editing style, you're very unsure, or if I looked at your portfolio and I was like, well, we need to really get on the same page, right? That's a huge reason of why you might be stopping yourself from getting bookings as well, because people don't know what they're going to get. And again, we can fix this. This is a fixable problem. Some of you, your websites look like they were made by a second grader, right? It's just, we all go through it, okay? And you might just be there. You might just be at that stage. So anyway, all of that to say, I want you to create cohesiveness because that's a really big part of your brand. So to recap, for your brand, when I think of your name, I know exactly what you're niched in. I also know that you speak a certain way, and I should be able to describe your brand and your content with 3 words. And if I can't do that, then we've got to really hone in our messaging. And then everything about your business is cohesive. I'm going to do a shout out really quickly, and I hope she's okay with this. So if she gets an influx of followers today, she'll be fine. I'm going to look it up really, really quickly. So I have I have a blueprint student, and every time I look at her Instagram, whether it is her stories, it is her photography, it is whatever, she has cohesiveness. Okay, I know that it's her, and everything just feels cozy and inviting and all of the things. So, Lindsay Codis Photography, LINDSEYKOTAS Photography. Lindsay, I love you. You inspire me every day. So anyway, if you want to see what I'm talking about, she's a great profile to go look. And then you are the biggest key to your brand. Make sure you show your face and you let people get to know you. Personal brands are in and they are never going away. So back in the day, I mean, this is just insane to me. 15, 20 years ago, people could put their photography logo up, have a Facebook page, and people would never see a single picture of the photographer, and people would book them and we would do business that way. That doesn't happen anymore. The yellow pages are over. People want to know, who is this? Where is she from? What is she like? Do we have anything in common? That's how people are doing business now. Okay. So people do business with people that they trust. I know there's a popular saying that says people they know, like, trust, right? But I'm just going to say, I don't think it really matters that they have all three of those. I think the biggest piece is getting people to trust you. And that's it, right? That's it. So, um, sorry, let me hear. I've got the chat pulled up. There. Oh, what is happening right now? Hold on, guys. There we go. That is her Instagram, if y'all want to look that up. Don't do it now. Don't do it right now. We're on a masterclass. Y'all just copy and paste that and save it for later, okay? And then we'll have a replay. So if you need to go back, you can go back and listen to that part. Okay, step 2. Was step 2 helpful? Did you identify maybe a weakness, or did you get some validation? Are we good on step 2? I'm gonna take another drink so I don't lose my voice. Are we good? Do I need to check all the faces on the video? Are y'all here? Is everyone here? Can you drop me a yes? Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Step 3, increase your leads and convert more clients. I guarantee you, let me guess, this is probably your biggest goal. Yes? Okay. Increasing leads is about attracting the right clients to your photography business consistently and effectively. By leveraging strategic marketing techniques and creating compelling content, you can connect with your ideal audience, build trust, and guide them seamlessly toward booking your services. Okay, fancy way of me trying to be proper and give you another definition. Okay, so here we go. Here's the question. I knew this was coming up. Are you growing your leads every single week? Drop me a yes or a no, and there's no shame here. This is a safe place. That is something you will learn about my community. Okay, so we've got no, we've got some, which I think sometimes lots of no's. That's okay. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. Okay, great. So the majority of the room probably needs help in this area. And this is like the number one weakness of business owners, right? But we're going to get better at it. So, increasing your leads. So, you need to be getting in front of new people every week so you can have consistent leads that result in your bookings. Okay. So, I want you to just picture like a bathtub, and a faucet. I know that's weird, but we're just going to go with it. Okay. You've got the drain at the bottom. And so when you guys are filling up a bath with bath water, you plug it, right? You close it because you're trying to keep the water in the bathtub. The water represents the people, your leads, right? The people in your audience, okay? The ones that are interested. The faucet is your marketing. It's the vehicle. How are you getting those people there, right? So when you turn that water on, that's your marketing effort. And so is it trickling? Is it completely off? Is it full blast, right? Do you have a lot of power, or you know what I mean? And then also, is your drain closed? I feel like maybe systems can kind of be some of the consistency can also be that drain. Anyway, I'll have to draw this out because that would be cool to see a visual, but that's what I'm talking about. Your bathtub should always be full. And if it's not full, then we need to learn how to fill it up and plug that drain. Okay. So first, I want you to identify who and where your target market hangs out and makes purchases. So I have an entire system for this. Like I teach the whole dang thing, but this is the first step. Second, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. I don't want you to just like go all in with Instagram and that be the only thing that you're doing because that's not enough. No social media platform is enough on its own. You need to pair it with other things. So there needs to be a social media platform, email marketing, and then you guys are going to see here in a minute on some of these last slides a list of different ways that you can market. And that is it's not meant for you guys to do all of them. It's meant for you to have like three things. I basically want you to have three ways until you're completely consistent, then you move on to something else. Okay. So, oh, it's right here. I love it. Okay, so market like a pro. So you need to learn different marketing methods. And so this is just a list of different ones that I teach and I'm like completely competent in. I guess that's the word. I don't know. But you have your Facebook, your Instagram, your Google, websites and SEO, email marketing, local marketing, and there's so much under local marketing that it's insane. Blogging, Pinterest, affiliate marketing, which is something brand new. I've never really taught that before. Referrals, retention, all the things. So there's so many different ways that you can market your business. Hear me, I'm not saying, okay, write this whole list down and get to work. Absolutely not. We would only pick three things off this list and we would get so stinking consistent and understand how it works before we ever add something else. But my goal and what I'm here to tell you is I've made my business, I've built it now to where I do all of these and I teach all of these. And so you can learn this too. Can you imagine how many leads you would have if you actually did almost every one of these? Even if you did 70% of this list and you did it well, right? You did it well. You would probably have that bathtub filled up. All right. Convert more through your content. So here's the one that everybody moans and groans on. All right. Here's the biggest mistake. You don't have a plan for marketing or for the content you're creating. You literally wing it and you're just posting it, hoping it brings you in a booking. Did I describe anybody? Right? There's no shame here. There's no shame. But if you don't have a plan for marketing, then how can you expect to get leads and bookings? There won't be any. You need to be consistent. You can't just show up until you have built momentum. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Until you have built momentum to where you have enough word of mouth referrals going that you are never out of a lead, they just come to you. That is something that I do experience in my business more months than I don't. Okay. Once you have your business there, you've built up that momentum, then you can take your foot off the gas, right? You can take your foot off the gas. You can take 6 months off of Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and then show back up if you absolutely wanted to, right? You can do it. I've done it, right? And the people are still there. But in the beginning, if you've never experienced this or you haven't ever had a full year where it was like your most profitable year in business, you have to be consistent. And that is like the most unsexy thing that I could ever teach you, but you have to be consistent. Number two, showcase your value through highlighting testimonials and showing your portfolio, right? Show your work. And then what are people saying about your work? We want to see that too. Three, share behind the scenes content. One of my predictions, I got asked on the Photo Biz Exposed podcast, I got asked to do a little prediction segment, and then they like compiled a bunch of photography coaches and stuff, and we all gave our predictions. One of my predictions is that behind the scenes content will result in more bookings this year than any other. I'm telling you. So record that 10-second little behind the scenes video on your phone. It can be unpolished, it doesn't matter. People just want to see, well, how do you edit? When you say you edit, like what does it actually look like? Don't tell me that you have your bowl of popcorn and 4 drinks and your cozy socks on and a blanket and your cat beside you and you're editing. Don't tell me that. Just show it to us, right? We don't have to see your screen, but just like show us, what does it actually look like? That's all people want. That's all people want. They want to see you in your element. They want to see you photographing people. Can we just pull back the veil? I want you to drop BTS if you're going to show more behind the scenes content. My goodness. Who is going to show behind the scenes content this year? I love it. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna have to come follow every single one of you on Instagram just to make sure that you're actually gonna do this. And then the last thing is to use urgency to encourage booking. So what this means is, when you really do have like there's different ways of urgency. I have a podcast on this. I wish I could remember what number it was and I would have dropped it for you. But basically, like when you have limited spots available, tell people that. When you are photographing in a what are they called? The cherry blossom trees, right? I don't have that here, but a lot of my coaching clients live up north, and so they do. And they always want to do this. And I'm like, okay, you have to show people urgency. You have to tell them we only have X amount of weeks to get in or X amount of days to get in and get it photographed. So if you're interested, join my wait list. So as soon as I send you the email, we're going to take pictures. You see what I'm saying? So always showcase urgency, and there's different ways of showing urgency as well. Final step 4. Are y'all with me? I'm trying. We got 12 minutes to keep it in the 60 minutes, and I'm trying. Okay. Systems that buy back your time. This is what you want, right? You want more bookings, you want more leads, but you don't want to be out any more of your time, right? I mean, hello, it's very hard to be a wife, be a mom. Those of you that work full time, I work full time right now too, with a full time business and a coaching business. So some things that have taken a back seat for me, like if y'all want some transparency, is I have not consistently been exercising. And I know that I need to. I know that I need to. We don't always have dinner on the table. There have been a lot more, we're going to order something, or you guys are just going to have to find something to eat nights because I'm like mentally tapped out by 6 o'clock, you know? And so I'm trying to create systems and routines in my house to solve those problems. And this is what you can do in your business too. So systems are the secret to running your photography business efficiently while saving time and energy. By implementing streamlined workflows and automation, you can stay organized, deliver an exceptional client experience, and create space to focus on growing your business. Who doesn't want that, right? So here are a couple tips to make this happen. I want you to use tools to automate repetitive tasks. So for example, and some of these, yes, they are basic examples, and some of them are probably something you've never heard of. So like editing each individual photo in Lightroom over and over and over and over again, instead of using the sync feature to get your basics and then going back and doing each image after that. You know what I mean? Like that just speeds up the time so much. Thank God technology is getting smarter, right? Another example is when you're communicating your pricing and packages, we don't want to copy and paste that. Please don't type it all out to where they're getting a novel about your options. That's why we use investment guides or an investment page on our website. Just give them a link where they can go see everything that they need. We're not going to send them, a whole chapter in a text message or in an email of everything they need to know. We're not doing that because people won't read that. Number 3, sending emails for each part of your client journey manually. We don't want to do that manually, right? We want to create email templates that we can schedule or automate in our workflows. And then the last example is, how do we automate booking clients? We use a booking calendar. And I gave that example earlier in the training. So there are so many things that you can automate in your business and also your life. So look for those ways and get them automated so you can be more hands-off in some of the admin things, and then you can be fully hands-on with your clients when they need you. Does that make sense? We're good? Okay. The other thing that I like to teach is that batching tasks like editing or content creation is going to save you so much time. Batching is my favorite. And I thought about this example when I was curling my hair this morning, okay? I just want to give you another like stupid visual so that you will never forget this. So when I say batching, you are doing a bunch of the same type of task, okay, before you move on to something else. When we switch back and forth, when we go from tab to tab to tab and ask me how I know, it takes our brain almost 20, I think it's 23 minutes to catch up. What? That's ridiculous, right? Those of you who have ever sat down and you've had a gallery deadline and you are like, man, I'm not motivated. I don't want to sit down and do this, right? Once you get in the flow of editing, you're good to go. But if someone interrupts you, like your kid comes and says, hi, can I have a snack? Or, hey, the dog peed in the floor. That's ours right now because we have a puppy. I'm like, great, right? Then I have to get up and it takes my brain 20 something minutes to help me get back in the flow. And I've literally ruined that time, you know? So the stupid example that I came up with was when you're curling your hair, you usually curl one whole side first before switching to the other. You're not going, let me curl this piece and then this piece and then this back piece, right? You don't do that. We typically have a system and we start with one side or the other. That is what batching is. So you're not going to flip flop. You're going to start in one area. And then when you're done with that, then you'll move on to the next area. So some examples of things that you can batch is rather than editing a gallery a day, I want you to like, can you get into the flow of like 2 hours, 2 nights a week to where that's all you're doing. That's your only focus. You're just sitting down and you're editing multiple galleries at a time. Another thing, filming and editing reels. Don't try to do this every day. You're going to hate it. You're going to hate yourself. Don't do this. I like to find a day or two during the month where I can carve out 2 or 3 hours. And then that's all I'm worried about is filming and editing reels. I think I ended up making in 1 hour one time. I think I had like 13 or 14 reels and bam, I'm done. That's going to last me for a month or two. You see what I'm saying? Writing a month's worth of post. Don't write a post every day. Try to batch them. Can you do 2 weeks of content at a time? Try it. And then updating your website with fresh images. Do it all at one setting. Download all the photos, rename them with your SEO keywords, make sure they're the right size. Then you upload them all at once, switch it out, and you're done. That project is done. You don't have to download them one day and then maybe come back to them and do all the other steps later. You have a dedicated space and time so you can get it all done. Does batching make sense? Does anybody batch already? I love to batch. It's my favorite. Love, love, love. Okay. Set up workflows for a seamless client experience. I want you guys to use a CRM, a customer relationship management system, and I'm sure there's other ways you can say it too, to create a client experience that delivers at the same level for every single person, every single time, okay? This will free up your mental load and the admin work for you, and it will allow you to focus on only what you can do, which is photographing the sessions, working on the editing, and being all about your customer, right? That's going to allow you, while all the admin and the reminders and everything's going out, you're going to be able to fully show up for that client and you're not going to resent having to talk to them. Everybody gets the same workflow. You don't have to worry about dropping the ball. It doesn't mean you're not talking to your client. You're just automating the things that everybody needs to know that's like general information and giving them tools and resources. Then you're over here actually having the conversation, checking in with them. Hey, did you happen to get my what to wear to your session email? I'd love to chat about it. Can you send me pictures of your clothes? Blah, blah, blah. That's when I'm doing the actual, like the Brooke work, not the, oh, let me send this to you, blah, blah, blah. Let me go find the link. We're not doing that. Okay. Workflows and CRM systems are the best thing ever. And really, you guys don't need to be at a certain level of business for this. Treat your business like a business now. Get the systems that you need, and then we can go all in with the marketing and the leads and all the things. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, that's all the steps. We're not done. Please hang with me. I promise it's about to get really good. Which step do you feel like you need the most work in? Was it step 1, the booking bottleneck, step 2, 3, or 4, if you remember? Because I'm over here like, what was step 2? Okay, so y'all drop those in here or all of them. Hey, I need a little bit of work in all of them, whatever, right? Okay, so all of the things we talked about today, how many of you would actually want the A to Z strategy on how to do everything we just talked about? Good news, I have strategy for you. For those of you that are all in and you're like, absolutely, give me the whole dang thing. Every area, right? Every area and then some. So I want to invite you into my brand new, fully revamped, fully booked blueprint program where I'm going to help photographers just like you build profitable and fully booked businesses. Who wants the whole dang roadmap? Like, if you could just sit me down and I showed you everything that I've done over the last 11 years. I cannot believe this is my 11th year in photography. Who would want it, right? I've done it. I've made everything for you, all the strategy. So when you join the Blueprint program, here's what you get. You get immediate access to the course curriculum so you can get to work and start seeing results fast, which means the more leads and the more bookings. And I'm going to show you everything that's included in just a second. You're also going to get a group coaching call with me per month like this, but I'm going to do a lot less talking and I'm going to let you talk or I'm going to let you submit your question and I'm going to personalize these strategies to you. Okay? Your niche, you, everything. And then you're also going to get an invite to join us in my student only Facebook group where you get to come meet the other photographers, make lifelong friendships, and we're going to be able to talk back and forth in there as well. So here is a glimpse at the course that you're going to get, and then we pair it with the coaching. So inside of the course, I teach you everything from the actual planning like a CEO, the business foundations, all of your business strategy. We touch on the taxes and the legal and how to pay yourself and the things that scare you. We talk about the niche and the specializing. We talk about branding, your pricing, your packages, how to deliver those, your client experience, all the systems and all the workflows, and everything about marketing, plus so much more. Like, this is literally business school for photographers. And I've spent the last 7 weeks redoing this for you guys. And it's completely brand new, up-to-date strategy. I've also given you resources, templates, things that you can just copy and paste, and you can use it in your own business so you don't have to recreate the wheel. So you're probably thinking, "Ooh, that sounds really good," but do people actually get results from the blueprint? They do, and I just want to take a couple minutes and show you these are real photographers, and this is what they've been able to do with the blueprint and my coaching, okay? So we have booked 3 new clients, booked a September 2025 wedding, which means she's fully booked for September 2025 weddings. Tree Farm Mini sold out, one booking away from fully booked for October, and I'm pretty sure she did that. Booked multiple newborn clients for over $1,000 each, fully booked for 2024. 2024 was her most profitable year. First time she booked 3 newborns in a week. And then Bridget. Okay, Bridget's one of my I just adore Bridget because she has 4 kids, I believe, and she came to me and was like, "Hi, help me. I'm a hot mess." She did not know where to start. She was worried that she was in a saturated small town just like I am, and she was so afraid to raise her prices. And then after we worked together and she went through this program, she was able to get her business organized, price herself for profit, and she created packages that sold. She was booking more clients than ever. She said, "I was so worried about the investment, but she made it back in 1 month." 1 month. Are you kidding me? And then she doubled and tripled her sales for the next few months after that. So she's incredible. Katie, before she joined the Blueprint, did not have much of a business. Girl was winging it, okay? She was seeking any and all clients out of desperation. Does that sound familiar? She was not charging profitably at all. So after joining the Blueprint and investing in herself, she established a brand. She was consistently being booked and she was able to focus on her family again. So, so incredible. And then Anna, after she joined the Blueprint, she was able to go from making not very profitable sessions to making over $500. Okay. I'm going to show you guys a couple more. I'm going to show you guys a couple more of these wins. So for the first time ever, I have clients booked for the next 2 months. I got my website updated and had 2 sessions that month. booked a client at my new prices, which are well above my competitors. This one's my favorite. I'm not going to read every single one of these to you. You guys are totally capable of reading for yourself. But this one, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, Brooke, I did it. I just booked my first session at 525 and she didn't even question it. I want to cry. So there's just so many things that have happened. Here's the deal. I give it to you. One thing that I can tell you that makes my program and myself different from other people, and again, this is not an ego boost. This is just, I really care about you. You're not a number to me. You are a student, and I will get to know your name. I will get to know your business. And these are your choices on how you can gain access. So, this is a 12-month program, meaning that you get 1 year access, and then your cost to renew is severely reduced from what you see on the screen. But when you first join it, this is your yearly price. So you can either do a 3-month payment plan of $347, or you can pay $997, save a little bit of money, and you get some other extra bonuses. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that too. Speaking of bonuses, I'm doing something I've never done before, and I'm sprinkling bonuses. So you have from today until Tuesday, January 21st, so 5 days, to make a decision and join us before the bonuses expire. Okay. You can join us after Tuesday, but all of these really fun bonuses that I know you're going to be so excited about are going away. So I'm just going to tell you a couple of things. Okay. Couple of things. One of the bonuses that I'm going to be giving if you join within the 5 day period is a contract. Is anybody so excited about that? I've been asked to give this bonus for years and years and years. Many of you would be like, yeah, I need a contract for my business. Please, 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 right? Is that not awesome? So that's one of them. I'm not going to spoil the rest. However, on the topic of bonuses, there are some bonuses that are only going to apply for right now. And I'm going to go to the next screen in just a second. There are 2 bonuses that go away here in just a little bit. Okay, so here we go. If you're like, I'm in, send me the link. I'm going to give you $100 off the program. It's the only discount that will be available. I will give you $100 off the program. All you have to do is DM me, like on here, like just in the chat. You're going to hit chat. You're going to select Brooke, and you're going to say, that's me. And I'm going to send you the link that gives you $100 off. All you have to do is complete that before this is over. Okay. And I'm going to check the chat in just a second. I promise I'm going to give you time to do this. The second thing is, if you join by tomorrow, you're going to get a one-on-one coaching call with me. Yep, with me. We're going to sit down for 45 minutes to an hour, and we're going to go all in with your business. So the weaknesses that you found on this masterclass, keep those notes, bring them to that call. You're going to be able to book this call within a couple of months, meaning that you can book it immediately or you can wait. You know what I'm saying? If you want to save it and you want to use it a little bit later, you can. These are the only 2 bonuses that expire. So $100 off if you join me while we're still live, and I'm about to check the chat, okay? And then you'll also get the one-on-one coaching call with me. And then you guys get all these surprise bonuses. There's 1 bonus for every day, and you will get all of them, okay? They're going to come to you guys in an email. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to send 1 big email out when we're done. And then all of you who qualify for bonuses, I'm going to tell you what all of them are, and then we're going to give them to you. Some of them are things I'm going to do for you, and some of them are things that you're going to be able to take and use in your own business. Is anybody excited about that? I'm just curious. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I love it. Yes, Mike, there will be a replay. I will be sending that out this afternoon once it processes. Okay. So if that's you and you are wanting to join us right now, let me know and I will send you a link. I'm ready for questions though. I'm going to stay on for probably about 7 minutes. Okay. So 7 minutes. If you have questions about anything that we talked about or the program or whatever, I'm here. I want your questions. Okay. If you guys are like, no, I'm in, I want the $100, right? Please let me know. Okay. And I will send you that link. I'm going to stop my share for just a second so it can just be us. Let me go get my link ready for those people that were like, I'm in. And then for those of you OG Blueprint students, okay, there's a lot of you here, OG Blueprint students, go look in the Blueprint group. I've sent an email and I posted everything you need. You guys have your own link. Okay. You have your own link. So use that to save your money. And then you guys come join us too. Completely brand new program. I promise y'all are going to be like, oh, this is so much better. I love it. Okay. So if you are an OGer, go to our student group, go grab your link. And then for those of you that are direct messaging me, give me 1 second. Let me go get the link. So excited. I'm pumped. I am so excited. And then we are going to get to meet with each other once a month and we are going to be able to get coaching. So it's just the Blueprint students on a Zoom just like this, and I'm gonna be able to coach you and help you in your business. Okay, copy URL, copy and continue, and let me get you guys back in here. There you are, and let's scroll down. Oh, I adore you too. Yes, guys, the coaching calls that we're gonna have for 2025 are so awesome. And as if I can't have enough bonuses, I'm really sorry, but I wanted to make this like a no-brainer for you guys. The other thing that I'm going to do is we're going to have a couple of like pop-up workshops where I'm going to add lessons to the blueprint specifically about marketing. Okay. So we're going to actually be able to hotspot and hot seat and do all this. And so we're going to go even deeper. So what's there now? Like there are more lessons coming, but what there is now, it's so good. My Pinterest expert just dropped her lesson yesterday. So I uploaded it. It's awesome. Okay, I think I got back to everybody that DM'd me. If there was anybody else, let me know. Amazing. Okay, do we have any questions? I'm here for questions. I know some of you are like, I had to hop in and I just got here. It's fine. You're going to get a replay. Don't worry about that. You're going to get a replay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. I'm still going to be here for just a minute, but let's stop the recording so the replayers can just know like, hey, we're done. Okay.